Phase 2 parameters are effectively the same, slightly different in how it's done. Phase 2 doesn't use a Diffie Hellman group, but phase 2 can be negotiated with what's called perfect forward secrecy. So you have an algorithm, you have a hash function, and then you have is perfect forward secrecy on or not. And then you have, if PFS is used, then there is a Diffie-Hellman key exchange as part of PFS, so you need to provide that. Then your phase 2 lifetime, and then effectively the set of parameters, which is subnets offered and subnets requested. And we do that via tunnel pairs when we set up VNS cubed. Phase 2 algorithm is sometimes people will talk about what are you doing for IPsec or what are you doing for ESP. Phase 2 algorithm, again, is the encryption algorithm used, and the same choices are available, AES 256, AES 128, and 3 DES in order of security. The hashes are the same in order of security. The most commonly used is SHA-1. It's generally end-of-life equipment that uses MD5, and you'll start to have people asking you for SHA-2 is becoming more popular. Perfect forward secrecy is a on or off thing. Both sides have to agree. If you have PFS on and they have PFS off, we have seen it negotiate and connect, but then we see never-ending problems, so you won't have a stable connection. Both sides need to agree, and then you need to agree whether you're using one of these groups. 2 is still very common. 5 has sort of been recently the gold standard, but as there's been more concern about the ability to decrypt traffic, people are moving to 14 and 18. Phase 2 lifetime, same thing. Common lifetimes are 3600, 28.8, and 86,400. The key there is that they can't be the same for the same connection. Same rules apply. Then there's a few optional things. We talked about dead peer detection. So as a rule, it's a good practice to have dead peer detection. Every now and then we have had cases where the connecting party has had to keep DPD off because there's something about the way it was sending it that was causing a problem for VNS cubed. And I think we've occasionally had the same. But general rule of thumb would be get your connection up and running, make sure it's stable, makes it through phase 1, rekey a couple times, makes it through phase 2, rekey a couple times. Everything seems good, and then add, for better recovery capabilities, add the DPD parameters thereafter. And then I mentioned, again, there are parameters that stipulate aggressive or main mode, where effectively it's called hard-coded to main mode, or hard-coded to ESP, not authentication header, where hard-coded effectively to tunnel, not transport mode, and we use PSK.